A person's greatness isn't measured by their wealth, fame, or status. It's shaped by the thoughts they nurture in silence, the beliefs they hold when no one is watching. History echoes this truth through legends like Elon Musk, who dreamed of Mars while others doubted electric cars; Steve Jobs, who saw beauty in simplicity when the world craved complexity; and Jeff Bezos, who bet everything on an online bookstore no one believed in. Napoleon Hill captured it perfectly in Think and Grow Rich. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But if success truly begins in the mind, why do millions remain stuck in the same cycle of struggle? Do they not dream of a better life? Do they not feel that quiet voice inside whispering, "You're meant for more"? The answer isn't that they lack dreams. It's that they've never learned the sacred law of giving. Picture this: a crowded railway station echoing with announcements, footsteps, and the distant whistle of trains. Amid the rush, a beggar sat day after day, hands outstretched, voice hoarse from repeating, "Please, spare some change." His world was small, defined by scarcity, rejection, and invisibility. But one afternoon, everything changed. A man stepped onto the platform, polished shoes, crisp suit, eyes full of quiet confidence. The beggar saw not just a wealthy stranger, but a lifeline. He'll give generously, he thought. But when he approached with trembling hands, the man didn't reach for his wallet. Instead, he asked gently, "Do you always just take? Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The question struck like lightning. The beggar had never been asked that. Not once in all his years of begging. Confused, he stammered, "Sir, I'm just a beggar. I have nothing to give." The businessman nodded slowly. "Then you have no right to ask for anything. I believe in exchange. If you bring value, even a little, I'll gladly give in return. But if you offer nothing, why should anyone give to you?" And with that, he boarded his train and vanished. That night, the beggar couldn't sleep. The words played on loop in his mind. Why should anyone give to me? He'd always seen himself as empty, someone who could only receive, never contribute. But what if that belief was his real prison? For 2 days, he begged no one. He just watched, thought, and waited. Then, on the third morning, sunlight fell on a patch of wildflowers blooming stubbornly between the railway tracks. Vibrant, defiant, alive. In that moment, an idea bloomed within him too. What if I stop taking and start giving? The next day, he returned with a handful of those wildflowers. When someone dropped a coin in his bowl, he didn't just nod. He smiled and handed them a flower. At first, people were surprised, then delighted. Children laughed, travelers paused, some even took photos with him, and donations, they didn't just continue, they grew. But he noticed something profound. Whenever his flowers ran out, so did the generosity. That's when it clicked. People don't give because you need, they give because you give something back. Weeks later, fate brought the businessman back. The beggar, now cleaner, straighter, eyes brighter, rushed over. "Sir, today I have something to give you." He offered a fresh bloom. The businessman took it, handed him more money than before, and said with a knowing smile, "You've understood the secret. You're no longer a beggar. You're a businessman." Those words ignited a fire. That very evening, the beggar walked away from the station, not in shame, but in purpose. 6 months later, 2 well-dressed men shook hands at that same platform. One paused, squinting. "Do I know you?" The other smiled. "Yes. You once told me I had nothing to give. Now, I own 3 flower carts across the city, and I'm opening my first shop next month." The businessman's eyes widened. "You're the beggar?" "I was," the man replied. "But you showed me I was never empty. I just needed to see myself as someone who could create value. And that's the lesson we all need to hear. Your outer world mirrors your inner belief. If you see yourself as powerless, the world will treat you that way. But the moment you choose to give, even when you think you have nothing, you unlock a hidden currency: dignity, contribution, and connection. Success isn't about waiting for opportunity. It's about becoming someone opportunity wants to find. So ask yourself, what are you giving the world? Not just your time or effort, but your belief, your creativity, your courage. Because when you shift from "what can I get" to "what can I give," you stop begging for a seat at the table and start building your own. Don't let your circumstances define your identity. You are not what you lack. You are what you choose to offer. And the moment you believe that, your story changes forever.